allergy season will be early this year, and it may be potentially worse than ever, and according to a new study in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences published yesterday, that may be because of it is clear that global warming is the major culprit in the lengthening of pollen seasons, and it seems to be playing a more moderate role in exacerbating annual pollen levels, said study lead author William Anderegg, an assistant professor of biology at the University of Utah, in Salt Lake City. A pollen allergy is an allergic reaction that typically consists of nose and eye symptoms that occur when a person is exposed to tiny grains, pollens, that are released for fertilization by plants and trees. Ujwala Kaza, D, a specialist at ENT and Allergy Associates, tells us. Typical pollen allergy symptoms can include breathe-on, and to ensure your health and the health of others, don't miss these sure signs you have already had coronavirus. 1. You may feel nasal congestion. Shutterstock. If you feel stuffy in your nose or that your nose feels blocked, you may have a pollen allergy. Kaza. Pollen exposure can trigger various allergic reactions, including symptoms of hay fever, adds the CDC. Hay fever, also known as allergic rhinitis, occurs when allergens like pollen enter your body and your immune system mistakenly identifies them as. 2. You may have a runny nose. Shutterstock. Do you feel like your nose is constantly drippy and feels like a faucet? Asks Kaza. This may also be due to allergic rhinitis, says the CDC. If you have allergic rhinitis, your body then responds to the allergen by releasing chemicals that can cause symptoms in the nose. 3. You may sneeze. iStock. This is where you get that itchy feeling in your nose and you set off a series of these, says Kaza. You may also have difficulty breathing. People with respiratory illnesses like asthma may be more sensitive to pollen. Exposure to pollen has been linked to asthma attacks and increases in hospital admissions for respiratory illness, says the CD. 4. You may have itchy eyes. Shutterstock. You might be constantly rubbing your eyes, says Kaza. Pollen exposure can result in allergic conjunctivitis in some individuals, causing red, watery, or itchy eyes, says. 5. You may itch elsewhere. 2. iStock. Itchy ears, itchy throat, itchy palate, roof of your mouth. Having those areas you really wish you could scratch could be the result of a pollen allergy, said Kaza. Related, simple ways to avoid a heart attack. According to Dr. 6. You may have other symptoms. Shutterstock. You can have other symptoms: coughing, postnasal drainage, dripping at the back of your nose into your throat, though the most common symptoms are the ones we see above, says Kaza. When you have all of these symptoms together and they occur at certain times of the year, spring, early and late summer, fall, this often indicates a pollen and, she adds, you can have any of these symptoms with other types of allergies as well, pets, so they are not just specific to pollen. 7. What to do if you experience these symptoms. Shutterstock. Sneezing, runny nose, stuffy nose are not specific to allergies, Kaza. These symptoms often occur with other conditions such as the common cold. However, when we see these symptoms at certain times of the year and we see them in connection with itchy eyes, itchy nose, itchy palate, or itchy throat, then that often means a pollen. As for how to help yourself, see a specialist like Dr. Kaza and check pollen forecasts on local news and online sources and plan to spend less time outdoors when pollen levels will be high, says the CDC, and take your allergy and/or asthma medications as prescribed by your healthcare and to protect your life and the lives of others. Don't visit any of these 35 places you're most likely to catch COVID.